What if there was a cancer treatment that cost $2 a dose, had minimal side effects, and worked on multiple types of cancer? What if it had shown promise in clinical trials? What if desperate patients were already using it? And what if almost no one was researching it, because no pharmaceutical company could make money from it? Orphan Cures Episode 1, The Cancer Cure They Couldn't Patent. January 2007. Cancer researchers at the University of Alberta in Canada make an unexpected discovery. They're testing a molecule called dichloroacetate, DCA for short. It's not new. It's been used safely for decades to treat rare metabolic disorders in children. But when they expose cancer cells to DCA, something remarkable happens. We watch the cancer cells essentially commit suicide. DCA was reactivating their mitochondria, their power plants, and forcing them to self-destruct. Here's what makes this revolutionary. Normal cells have functioning mitochondria. Cancer cells shut theirs down to survive. DCA turns them back on, but only in cancer cells. It was selective. It killed cancer cells while leaving healthy cells alone. That's the holy grail of cancer treatment. The Alberta team tested DCA on lung cancer, breast cancer, and brain tumors. In rats, it shrank tumors dramatically. In human tissue samples, same result. The study was published in January 2007. News outlets around the world covered it. A cheap, non-toxic cancer treatment. It seemed like a miracle. Then came the problem. DCA has been around since the 1970s. The patent expired decades ago. Anyone can manufacture it, which means no pharmaceutical company can make exclusive profits from it. The pharmaceutical business model requires patents. You spend $1 billion developing a drug, you need 10-15 years of exclusive sales to recoup that investment. Without a patent, there's no incentive. Clinical trials for cancer drugs cost hundreds of millions of dollars. Phase 3 trials alone can cost $200-300 million. We approached pharmaceutical companies. Every single one said the same thing. This is interesting, but we can't patent it. We can't invest in something our competitors could sell the next day. No patent, no investment, no large-scale clinical trials. The Alberta team tried to fund trials themselves through donations and grants. They managed small safety trials, 18 patients with brain cancer. The results were promising. Several patients showed tumor shrinkage, minimal side effects. But they needed millions to go further. We needed $5 to $10 million for proper Phase 2 trials. We couldn't get it. Federal funding agencies said we needed more preliminary data. We were stuck. Meanwhile, pharmaceutical companies were spending billions developing patentable cancer drugs. Some would work, many would fail, but all could be sold exclusively at high prices. As news of DCA spread online, desperate cancer patients started asking, if it works, why wait for trials? Because DCA is an industrial chemical used in various applications, patients could buy it online, not pharmaceutical grade, industrial grade, and they started taking it. My doctors gave me 6 months. I had nothing to lose. I found a supplier, calculated the dose myself based on the research papers, and started taking it. Tasano's tumors shrank. Other patients reported similar results, but they were self-experimenting with uncertain purity and dosing. Desperate people become their own guinea pigs. The FDA issued warnings. Doctors urged caution, but patients kept asking, why isn't anyone funding real trials? We had cancer patients calling us, begging us to continue research. Some sent us small donations, $20, $50, whatever they could afford. It was heartbreaking. The Alberta team continued working with limited funding, small trials, published papers. But without major investment, DCA remained in limbo. It's been 18 years since that initial discovery. DCA has never received large-scale clinical trials for cancer. In that same time, dozens of new cancer drugs have been approved. Many cost $100,000, $300,000 per year. Many extend life by just a few months. It's not designed to reward cheap, effective treatments that anyone can make. The global cancer drug market is worth over $180 billion annually. The system works, if you can patent your drug. The question isn't whether DCA works. We have evidence it works. The question is, how do we test something when there's no profit motive? A handful of researchers around the world continue studying DCA. Small trials, limited funding, promising results that never quite lead to the breakthrough trials needed. DCA shows potential for lung cancer, glioblastoma, breast cancer, neuroblastoma, but without large trials, we'll never know its true effectiveness or optimal dosing. Since 2007, approximately 170 million people worldwide have been diagnosed with cancer. Over 90 million have died from it. We don't know how many DCA could have helped. Maybe none, maybe thousands, maybe millions. We don't know. Because we never properly tested it. This is the fundamental problem with our pharmaceutical system. We fund research based on profit potential, not on medical potential. Sometimes those align, sometimes they don't. Today, you can still buy DCA online. Some cancer patients still take it. Some swear it helps. But it's not FDA approved. Insurance won't cover it. Doctors can't officially recommend it. I still believe DCA has potential. I still get emails from patients asking about it. But without a fundamental change in how we fund drug development, treatments like this will keep falling through the cracks. The pharmaceutical industry will spend over $200 billion on research this year, almost all of it on drugs they can patent. And DCA, the two-a-dose treatment that showed promise against cancer, remains an orphan. Not because it doesn't work, but because no one can own it. No dialogue.